The program has many functions that allow you to precisely insert bars in a program workspace. One such function is the entry of bars using relative coordinates. We use relative coordinates when defining the endpoint of a bar. Using relative coordinates, we determine the position of the endpoints of a bar relative to the starting points of the bar. In this exercise, I'll turn off the Grid Snap Points option. I select Insert Fixed Bar. At the mouse cursor, the information "Select the starting point of the bar" appeared as standard. I indicate with the left mouse button the starting point of the bar in the program workspace. Now the mouse cursor shows the information "Select the endpoint of the bar." On the Geometry tab, in the dx, dy, dz fields, I will enter the position of the endpoint of the bar relative to the endpoint. In the dx field, it gives the relative x-coordinate of the end of the bar. In the dy field, it gives the relative x-coordinate of the end of the bar. And in the dz field, it says the relative coordinates of the z endpoint of the bar. The values dx, dy, dz refer to the axis of the global coordinate system. To precisely enter a value on the Geometry tab, it is best to lock the positions of the bar endpoints. In the program workspace, I select the right mouse button. The lock has been enabled. When locked, the bar endpoint symbol does not follow the mouse cursor. If I select the right mouse button again in the program workspace, I will disable the lock. I move the mouse cursor, and again the endpoint of the bar follows the mouse cursor. However, I will turn on the lock. I select the right mouse button in the program workspace. After enabling the lock, I can safely go to the Geometry tab and enter precisely the values of dx, dy, and dz. I will insert a vertical bar 8 meters long. The values of dx, dy, dz are given in meters. So I enter the following value in the controls. Dx equals 0, dy equals 0, and dz equals 8 meters. When I change the values in the controls, the preview of the inserted bar automatically updates in the workspace. I press Enter. After the relative coordinate values were confirmed, the bar was inserted. Now the message "Select the endpoint of the bar" has reappeared in the workspace. The endpoint of the first bar automatically becomes the starting point of the next bar. In this way, I can draw a series of several bars. I select the right mouse button in the workspace again and temporarily lock the position of the bar endpoint. I insert another bar. I move the mouse cursor to the Geometry tab. I enter a value in the controls. Dx equals 11 meters, dy equals 0, dz equals 2 meters. I press Enter. The bar has been inserted. I select the right mouse button in the workspace again and temporarily lock the position of the bar endpoint. I will insert another bar. On the Geometry tab, I enter the following values. Dx equals 1, dy equals 0, dz equals -2. I press Enter, and another bar was inserted. I will also introduce a vertical bar with a length of 8 meters. This time I will do it without applying a lock in the workspace of the program. I move the mouse cursor to the Geometry tab. I enter a value in the controls. Dx equals 0, dy equals 0, dz equals -8 meters. I want the bar to be drawn down in relation to the starting point of the bar, so I enter a negative value of dz. The dz value is measured after the z and along the z-axis. I press enter, the bar has been inserted. I press escape twice and finish the command to insert a bar. Using relative coordinates, I inserted 4 bars in a line.